This is our battleground. This is why we train and train and train, why we suit up, take the field. This is game day every day. Our opponents are the toughest out there, but we take on tough. Rise beyond the challenge, because when it's all on the line, we're on call. This is our team and yours. UPMC, life-changing medicine.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to North Allegheny's Newman Stadium. Is today on the North Allegheny Sports Network and Trib Live High School Sports Network. It's North Allegheny girls soccer, the NA Tigers playing host to the Norwin Knights. I'm Randy Gore along with Jonathan Spina for today's broadcast, and North Allegheny and Norwin hooking up for a rematch of last year's WPIAL championship game in Class Quad A. A season ago, North Allegheny defeating Norwin in the title tilt 2-0. Sarah Shapansky with a goal for North Allegheny early in the second half after a scoreless first half, and then Hannah Kirkpatrick scored late to clinch the win for the North Allegheny Tigers. And Norwin and North Allegheny, they've hooked up quite a bit over the years, especially in the postseason. Typically, you see this game at the very end of the regular season, a great playoff prepper, but because of rescheduling, and there's been plenty of that over the course of the past couple of weeks, couple of months, in fact, that this game has been rescheduled to today in the early part of the season, but nonetheless, a very good litmus test for these two teams to see where they're at headed down the road this year.
Yeah, and I mean, you have these brand new teams, both teams coming off of early season. North Allegheny coming off a win 1-0. Norwin actually had a loss coming in overtime in their last game. But, yeah, you get to see early on these are two completely different teams. Not completely different, but different teams from a year ago. And so you get to see early on what you actually have.
North Allegheny, as Jonathan noted, Thursday night opened the season with a 5-0 win over Shaler. Goals by Lucia Wells and Sarah Shapansky. They scored twice each. Anna Bundy with a goal as well, and Juliana Werner with a quiet shutout. She was not tested very much in that game by the Shaler Titans, but nonetheless a shutout in her pocket, so you'll take that. The Norwin Knights, 1-1 overall. They have played 2 games to this stage. The Knights, as we said, a perennial contender. They're hoping to make it back to the WPIAL championship game for a 5th time in the last 6 years. So far this season, opening the year with a 4-2 win over Latrobe on Tuesday, but then coming off a rare section loss to Fox Chapel on Thursday, which we'll talk a little bit more about, but now the national anthem. And the national anthem here from right field at Newman Stadium as the North Allegheny Tigers playing host to the Norwin Knights in girls soccer today. And as we noted, a rematch of last year's Quad A Girls Soccer Championship from Highmark Stadium. This is also the first of 3 games today on the North Allegheny Sports Network, also being video streamed courtesy of Tigers Vision, the fantastic folks at Tigers Vision, Jeff Waller and the production consulting group, and all of his fine folks on video doing a great job as always, and looking forward to today's triple header. So this is a great way to start. North Allegheny, as we said, 1-0 overall with that win against Shaler. Norwin 1-1. As we were talking about before the anthem, a 4-2 win against Latrobe on Tuesday for Norwin, but then coming off a rare section loss to Fox Chapel on Thursday night, 2-1. The section loss to Fox Chapel, Norwin's first in 3 years. The last time they had lost a section game was to Penn Trafford back on September 25th of 2017, and by a narrow 1-0 defeat. But Norwin, a team that traditionally wins Section 3. They often go undefeated. This won't be an undefeated season in section play for the Knights, but nonetheless, a very talented group for Norwin, as they have a number of Division I and college commits. Of the returnees, senior Caitlin Kaufman, a Pitt commit, Lacey Burnick, a Pitt commit, Anna Dermis headed to William & Mary, Madison Rose, a Duquesne recruit, and the senior goalkeeper, Liz Waskevich, she returns in net, was a second-team All-Big 56 member, and had 10 shutouts last year. However, she was on the losing end of that 2-0 defeat to the Tigers in the championship game last season. North Allegheny, kind of similar to Norwin, where they lose a large group of players from the previous playoff team, or in North Allegheny's case, the championship team, but they return plenty of firepower. Kind of headlining that is senior Sarah Shapansky, who had 2 goals the other night. Yeah,
and that's huge that they have so much of their goal scoring coming back, and there is a lot of North Allegheny players in prominent positions this year that are returning, which is huge.
Sarah Shapansky leading the team with 23 goals last year, all WPIAL, first team all section. She is headed to Pitt, so where she is going, she'll play with some of these Norwin Knights a season from now, Caitlin Kaufman and Lacey Burnick. And one of the things for North Allegheny to watch out for, and Jonathan, you'll see it early on here, team speed from the Knights. And it really begins with Kaufman and Burnick, but they have that excellent team speed, something that the NA defense will have to contend with here today.
Yeah, North Allegheny also, with Norwin coming off a loss, when you're a good team coming off a loss, all you want to do is come back out and get into your next game. So Norwin's probably going to come with a ton more energy today than they did against Fox Chapel, something else North Allegheny's going to have to watch for.
Yeah, the last thing you really want to do is play a good team after a loss, because they're very angry at that previous defeat. Ball rolling out of bounds on the near side. Anna Bundy chasing after it, but last to touch it.
I'm winded, actually, from climbing the stairs. So, it's always good.
North Allegheny taking on the Norwin Knights.
Yeah, good snow. So, Norwin's poured on.
Tell you what, Jonathan, do you mind calling Bob? We just getting a message just to make sure it has nothing to do with this here. North Allegheny and Norwin early on here in the first half. Ball played back to Juliana Werner of North Allegheny, the goalkeeper. Madison Rose, as we said, headed to Duquesne, out in the midfield. Now passing it off in North Allegheny territory to Swankler. Long lead ball intended for Boyer. Tigers defense cutting that off. Sayamala will play it back to her keeper in Juliana Werner. 38-18 on the clock early on here in the first half. Shapansky in a tussle out in the midfield with Emma Ragone. .37.55 and counting. Ball played in from the far side.
She really likes it. Libby wore hers
Long ball ahead, taken away by Horton. And into the right quarter, North Allegheny giving chase. Shapansky in there after it, along with Ragone. Issue with the web?
Yes, the website.
Okay, I'm going to take a look at that, and you're going to handle play-by-play for a little bit. All right.
Okay, here we go. So Norwin with the goal kick here, 37-18 to go in the first half, 0-0. Norwin kicking it out of their own goal end here. Ball up in there. And that's taken by Swankler for Norwin. Ball at the 50 now. North Allegheny takes back over. Ball up ahead, stolen away by Norwin. Good defensive play there by Aquilillo. Reese Aquilillo. Ball up ahead now, and here's the team speed Randy was talking about. Norwin up ahead. Shot on net, save by Werner, who had that shutout against Shaler in the 5-0 win. North Allegheny looking to go the other way, stolen away by Norwin. Ball up ahead here, Swankler takes a shot far left, and North Allegheny will have the goal kick here, 36-28 to go in the first half. So Werner will take the kick out of her own goal box here. It's it up to about the 30, back to the defensive end here for North Allegheny. Ball goes out of bounds, throw in here for the Tigers on their own, about the 20-yard line here. 36 minutes to go here, first half. Ball staying around midfield here. No team with a real offensive chance yet. As the ball heads into North Allegheny territory, but Norwin takes back over. Marsalis here at midfield. Now Norwin takes the ball back. Alyssa Aquilino. And a pass deflected by the Tigers, and Norwin will have a throw in here. Thrown into a crowd here off the Tigers once again. No, they're going to say off of Norwin. So North Allegheny will take the ball back over here from about their own 30-yard line. Still no real offensive threat from either team here 5 minutes in. One shot on goal, and it was for Norwin, saved by Werner. Up ahead, Shapansky now at the 50. Norwin takes the ball back over. Knights in their own end now, passing around. Stolen away by the Tigers. Pass over to Palmero. Up ahead, Shapansky. Back to Palmero. Goes over across to Marsalis. And good defense here by Norwin as they take the ball back over. Aquilino now up ahead. Good defensive play there by Olivia Mark. Ball in between the 40s here. Fight for the ball. It'll go over to Norwin. That was Kennedy Soliday up ahead. Looking for Caitlin Kaufman in the corner, but it goes out of play for a North Allegheny goal kick. 34-11 here, first half. One shot on goal. That was for Norwin. Werner with an easy save. North Allegheny will take a goal kick here. It'll be Werner to take it. Marsalis now up ahead. Looks for the through ball. Shapansky with it. Shapansky hounded on the play by Emma Urgone. Up ahead now. Sophia Palmero up ahead, 2-on-1. Shot save. Oh, what a save there by Liz Wasevic. But the first real scoring chance of the game for either team goes to the Tigers, as it was Anna Bundy up ahead. So shots on goal now at 1. North Allegheny trying to stay in the attacking zone here. Shannon in the corner. Gets it to Bundy. Bundy around the 10-yard line, kicks it back out. Space for a shot, and it's just high. Haley Marsalis had a chance at it there, just a little bit high, but a great job by Waskevich to keep this game scoreless here. 32:50 to go in the first half, and now Norwin will have a goal kick. Goal kick out. North Allegheny heads it. But Norwin will take possession. Now North Allegheny back with the steal. That's Marsalis. Marsalis now up ahead. Comes Bundy into the lane. Shot. Another great save by Waskevich. And we are still tied 0-0. North Allegheny's offense, though, starting to pick up a little bit here. So it'll be Olivia Mark to throw this one in from about the 15-yard line. Mark now kicks it back. And a steal by Norwin, and they look to counterattack right here. That's Caitlin Kaufman now, down the middle of the field, crosses the 50. Up ahead, looking for a man, but Kenna Shannon's going to be there to get the steal for North Allegheny. Palmero now gets it up to Shapansky around the 50-yard line. Shapansky up ahead, looking for Anna Bundy, but it's going to be too far. And Waskevich comes out to handle that. Punt from Waskevich here. Battle for the ball at the 50-yard line, and it's going to go off of the Tigers. Olivia Mark and Norwin will now have the throw-in. Be Molly Hudson to throw it in here for the Knights. 0-0, 31 minutes to go here in the first half. North Allegheny with two legitimate scoring chances early on, both turned away by Waskevich. Ball loose here in the box, and it's still loose as Werner was hit, and they're going to call a foul there on Paloma Swankler, who hit into Warner. Great job by Warner to come out, cut down the angle, and draw the foul. So it'll be a goal kick here for North Allegheny. So we finally see the offense here as the first about 7 minutes of the game was played basically in between the 40s. We're starting to see the offenses wake up a little bit here. As Lacey Burnick for Norwin, ball stolen away. We're in between the 40s here. Ball's loose. Norwin will take it. Kennedy Soliday kicks it back to the defense. Good job getting in there was Abigail Steger.
That's it.
Great steal there from Palmero. Gets it up ahead, but no one's going to take it over again in the defensive zone. Emma Ragone. Ball goes off of Lacey Burnick, and North Allegheny's going to have a throw in here. Maybe a costly mistake by Norwin. So North Allegheny will take possession back, but good defense there by Norwin as Madison Rose on the defensive end will handle the ball. Looks for a pass off of Shapansky, and it'll go to play for a Norwin throw-in. Norwin substitution here. Ashley Ornowski heads into the game for the Lady Knights, as North Allegheny will throw it in the offensive end. No, Norwin will throw it in the defensive end, sorry. Palmero with the steal, but no one gets it back. Tigers take it now around the 50. Saimala up ahead, looking for Shapansky. Good defense there from Norwin. Ball goes out of bounds right at midfield, and it'll be another North Allegheny throw-in. Olivia Mark will take this throw-in. Mark looking for Shapansky. Torcha with it. Ball back over to Norwin. Madison Rose now. Good move. Looks into the middle. Swankler. Back to Rose, and she dribbles it out of bounds. So North Allegheny with another throw-in from the defensive zone. North Allegheny defense very good early on, as Werner has only really been tested one time, and she was able to answer the bell. 0-0, 28-22 to go. First half as North Allegheny looking to counter here. Good defense, though, by Caitlin Kaufman. Ball goes all the way back to the keeper, Waskevich, and she will pick it up. 20 minutes to go here, first half, 0-0. Waskevich punts it away. Looking for Swankler. Swankler loses it to the North Allegheny defense. Tigers looking to counter. Miscommunication there as the pass looked like it was going for Anna Bundy, but she did not cut, and the ball will go out of bounds for a Norwin throw-in. Molly Hudson will throw that one in from the side. And a bad throw in there as it goes off of Rose's head and out of bounds. So North Allegheny will take over once again in their offensive zone. Looking for Shapansky. Good defense there from Maurice Aquilio. Mark to throw it in here for North Allegheny. 27-14 to go first half. Looking for Bundy through the legs of Bundy back to the Norwin defense, and they'll clear their lines. So another throw in for Mark. Just around the 45-yard line. Throw in looking for Shapansky once again, headed forward. Ball loose, both teams jockeying for position, and Norwin will finally get the ball and kick it out of bounds once again. So it'll be Bundy this time to throw it in. Anna Bundy gets it into Shapansky. Tigers looking to execute here. Ball into the box. Just missed the header. Was Abigail Stager, and it'll be a goal kick here for Norwin. So North Allegheny getting the bulk of the offensive opportunities here early on, as Norwin makes another substitution. North Allegheny's offense looking good early on, just not able to finish. Just missed the head there of Stager. Just the goal kick is away. Ball headed in the air. Kicked forward, just a little too far of a pass, and once again, Waskevich is out to handle that. So 25-50 to go first half. Waskevich punts it away. Palmero. Looking up ahead for Bundy once again. Pass just a little too long, and once again, Waskevich is able to come in and handle the situation. So just a little too long on these passes here early on for North Allegheny, as they've started to dominate time of possession here in the last 10 minutes. Ball goes out of bounds, throw in here for Norwin. B. Hudson throwing it in once again. Norwin has struggled with their last couple throws here, turning the ball over. And they will turn it over once again. It's Anna Bundy. Gets it up to Palmero. Bundy beats a defender. Has no help, though, and it's going to go back to the keeper, Waskevich, once again. So Norwin having to play a lot of defense here early on in the first half of the first half. But North Allegheny not able to break through yet. Jockeying for position here. It's going to go off of Anna Bundy, and Norwin will have the throw in again. It's going to be Hudson throwing it in. Looking up ahead for Evelyn Moore. Good job by Sayamala, though, on the defensive end. And she's able to get the ball back for North Allegheny. Oh, physical play there from Evelyn Moore. She's going to get the steal. Up ahead, Alyssa Aquilili. Shot on net, and they score. Lacey Burnick, the Pitt recruit, gives Norwin the 1-0 lead with 24:01 to go here in the first half. Just a breakdown defensively by North Allegheny. Burnick ended up wide open in front of the net. She showed why she's the Division I recruit right there, burying that goal and giving Norwin the early 1-0 lead. So 1-0 Norwin here, 23:51 to go first half. So the ref's talking about something here. So after a quick delay, looks like we're ready to go once again. 23:51 to go in the first half after North Allegheny had dominated the last 10 to 15 minutes of the first half. Norwin finally gets a chance. A costly North Allegheny turnover gives Norwin a 1-0 lead from the goal from Lacey Burnick. Looks like we're ready to go here once again. Bree Torcha is ready to kick it off whenever the refs are. So ref giving both coaches explanations. And it looks like we're ready to go once again. Torcha to Shapansky off the kickoff. And Norwin will take the ball right back here. Caitlin Kaufman back to the defender. Maybe a costly turnover there from Norwin. Shapansky gets it up ahead. Shot on net. It's going to be chipped just wide of the net. As Abigail Steger was in all alone with Waskevich. Waskevich, a great job cutting down the angle, and they may have said Waskevich tipped that. So it'll be a corner here for the Tigers. Sarah Shapansky will take the corner. First corner of the game for either team. 23-13 to go here, first half. Shapansky now keeps it low. Goes from Steger back to her. Shapansky looks for the middle, but it's deflected away by Nolan, and they clear it. Out of bounds. So North Allegheny will have a throw in here from about the 30-yard line. Olivia Mark will do the honors. Gets it in. Bree Torch up ahead. Shapansky in the middle. Looked for the pass over as no one was guarding Steger, but she wasn't able to get it to her, and once again, no one able to clear it. So out of play again. Mark will throw it in. Sorry, that's Lucia Wells on the left wing there who had the missed shot. Ball into the box once again. Wells makes a run, not able to get to it. Kaufman with it for the Knights. North Allegheny takes over again. Ball changing hands for a second, and it was finally Olivia Mark who threw a shot on net, and it was easily handled by Waskevich. 22 minutes to go here, first half. 1-0 Norwin. Lacey Bernick had the goal for the Lady Knights. Ball goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Norwin. Throw-in looking for Alyssa Aquilio. And goes out of play once again. This time it'll be a Tigers throw-in. Allegheny takes a chance with that one, and they end up turning it over. Ball changes possession a couple times, and now North Allegheny with it. It's Bree Torcha. Gets it up to Wells. Wells up ahead to Marsalis. Marsalis now looking for Bundy. Tip pass by a Knights defender. Now it'll be Mark. Olivia Mark over to Bundy. Bundy into the 15. Bundy still with the ball. Taken away. Torcha looking for Lucia Wells. Pass just a little too far there. And once again, it'll be a Norwin goal kick. So the story of the first half for North Allegheny is they've had open people just not able to string the passes together to finish a goal. And the two great scoring chances they've had so far have been negated by two great Waskevich saves. Ball on the 30-yard line. Simala gets it up ahead to Marsalis. Up Shapansky. And another great steal here by the Lady Knights as they clear it once again out of play. And North Allegheny will have a throw in from their defensive end. About 20 minutes to go here in the first half. Throw into Shapansky. Looking for Wells. Now it'll be Norwin. Ball changes possession to Simala, who will give it all the way back to Werner. Werner gets it up to Marsalis. Back to Simala. Over to Mark. Good move there by Mark as she's able to get away from one defender, but then Norwin takes it over again. Madison Rose had the run, but the pass a little too far for her, and it'll go out of bounds for a Tiger throw-in. Going with the ball in the offensive zone here. Evelyn Moore. Madison Rose now. Rose looking for the box. Goes with the cross in just a little too high. Had a streaking player. That was Kennedy Soliday, but she just wasn't able to get to it, and North Allegheny's defense will take over here. Looks like we have a foul call. It's going to go on Soliday. And North Allegheny will have a free kick from about their own 10-yard line. Ball back in play here as it's to Saimala. Sit over to Mark. Bundy now. Marsalis back to Bundy, looking for a good defensive play there by Reese Aquilio. And Norwin will take it once again. Long pass through. Looking for Soliday once again. Has a step on the defender. Ooh, and a little bit of a physical play there, but it was good defense by Keena Shannon. And North Allegheny will have the goal kick here. Game getting a little bit physical here. Refs letting them play. 18 minutes left here in the first half. Werner will have the kick from her own box. 1-0 Norwin off the Lacey Burnett goal at 23:51 remaining in the first half. So we have a substitution. Paloma Swankler back into the game here for the Lady Knights as North Allegheny will take over with the ball. Ball up ahead. Good steal there by Palmero. Up ahead, Marsalis looking for Shapansky, but a good defensive play there by Emma Ragone. And Waskevich is able to come out and corral the loose ball. So Waskevich to punt it here. Punts it away. Ball headed away. Now Shapansky. Defense by Ragone again. Ragone has gotten the better of Shapansky here in the first half defensively. So we alternate possession here. Now North Allegheny corrals. Palmero. Lucia Wells now in the corner, still with the ball. Gives it over to Marsalis. Marsalis in the middle, and it's taken away, but they're going to call a foul. Foul on Alyssa Aquilio. And North Allegheny will have a free kick from about 30 yards out here. Yep, right on the 20-yard line. So a 30-yard free kick here for the Tigers. It's going to be Sarah Shapansky to take it. Three-man wall here for Norwin. Shot on net, and a good save by Waskevich once again. North Allegheny's fourth shot on goal of the half, and Waskevich has been able to answer the bell every time. So still 1-0. North Allegheny will take their second corner of the game. It'll be Sarah Shapansky again. Went low with the first one. This one she gets into the air, into the box. Another good defensive play by Norwin. And they're going to be able to clear the zone as they go out of bounds once again. North Allegheny will have the throw-in. 15:45 to go first half. 1-0 Norwin. Substitution here for North Allegheny. Abigail Stager will enter the game. Freshman forward. Stager will have the ball here right in the middle of the field. Two players fall to the ground. No call, though. North Allegheny still with the ball. Sit over to Olivia Mark. Mark's pass deflected by Swankler, and North Allegheny will throw it in. It'll be Mark to throw it in, looking for Shapansky. Ball headed a couple of times here. Now North Allegheny with a chance, and just a touch too far from Stager. And Waskevich once again will punt it away. Norwin now on the attack. Good job by the North Allegheny defense as Evelyn Moore had a great run at it there, but the defense able to shut that down. Tigers now with the ball. It's Palmero stolen away by Alyssa Aquilio. And now North Allegheny able to steal it away. As they get it up to Wells, and another great defensive play here from Norwin as they have been airtight on the defensive end here in the first half. 14:15 to go first half. 1-0 Norwin. Good defensive play there by Kenna Shannon. And Norwin will have the throw-in from about the 30-yard line in their offensive end. Very aggressive throw-in right there. And they're going to call a foul on Norwin. So another defensive free kick for the Tigers. Foul's on Evelyn Moore. Second foul of the match. Ball up ahead here around the 50-yard line. Kennedy Soliday, and the ball goes out of play. So no one will throw it in once again. Soliday's throw all the way to about the 20-yard line. She was looking for Evelyn Moore, but a good job by the North Allegheny defense. Kaufman with the ball. Good move. She's inside the 20. Shot on net, and it goes high. So North Allegheny will have the goal kick here. Kaufman's been pretty quiet in the first half, the Pitt recruit. Took a shot right there, just a little too high. Still without a shot on goal for her. North Allegheny out shooting Norwin 4-2, but Norwin with the 1-0 lead. 12:54 to go first half. Here's Bernack looking up ahead. And another foul on Soliday. That's Soliday getting pretty physical over there with Kenna Shannon. But Shannon up to the task and draws the foul, so North Allegheny will have another free kick from their defensive zone. 12.5 to go first half. Norwin up 1-0 on the Lacey Bernick goal. About 17 minutes into the game. Norwin with the ball in their defensive zone. Get it up ahead. Looking for Aquilio. But now they get it up. And Simon is there to answer the bell and keep things neat in the North Allegheny defensive zone. Here's Bundy now. She was looking for Stager there, but wasn't able to get it to her. But North Allegheny will have a throw-in. It'll be Mark to Shapansky. Looking for Stager, but no one able to clear their lines once again. Here's Evelyn Moore with the run, but a good job by the North Allegheny defense again. Palmero looking up ahead for Wells, and it's not going to get there as Ragone for Norwin able to clear it, and North Allegheny will have the throw in here. 11.5 to go first half. North Allegheny out shooting Norwin 4-2 and leading in corners 2-0, but Norwin leading where it's most important on the scoreboard 1-0. Ball bouncing around the 30-yard line. They'll go off of Palmero, and Norwin will have a throw-in. Going to get a hold here on North Allegheny. That was Kenna Shannon. There'll be a free kick for Norwin from about 45 yards out. So probably not going for a goal here. But a legit offensive opportunity for them once again. Kick into the box. Missed with the head, shot on net in the air, and it's ended up with the save by Werner. It was a misplay initially by the Tigers defense, but then Werner able to save the day. But Werner's throw to Mark a little too strong, and Norwin will take the ball back. But North Allegheny does a great job off of the throw-in. This ball changes possession a couple times, and it'll be a Norwin throw-in as Simon throws it up. But no, it'll be a North Allegheny throw-in. Simon actually threw it off of the defender, Alyssa Aquilio. And North Allegheny will have the throw-in. Olivia Murphy, fresh into the game, will take this throw-in out of the defensive end. 9:43 to go here, first half. Goes back to Bellafalo. Tries to clear it. It's corralled by Kaufman. Ball bouncing around the 40s here. Goes up, looking for Soliday once again. We're starting to see a great battle between Kenna Shannon and Evelyn Soliday, as they're both going very hard on that end, and they're trying to get the ball to Soliday down the right wing, but Shannon just has yet to allow that to happen. So it'll be a throw in here for Norwin. Into the box. North Allegheny defense doing well so far. Riley Kendro. Nope, so that's Swankler. Shot just to the left of the net. And North Allegheny will have a goal kick here. 8:45 to go in the first half. So Werner out of her own end. Keeps it short. Stolen away. Norman with the ball. That's Evelyn Moore. Into the box. Aquilio just to the right of the net, and they're going to say deflected, so Norwin will get their first corner of the game here with 8:10 to go in the first half. Soliday will be the one to take the corner. Norwin, no real offensive chances since the goal. Here's Soliday. Into the box it goes. Away from everyone. Swankler now. She goes with the left-footed shot. Wasn't able to get a lot on it. And Werner will make the save. So 2 saves for Werner so far. 4 for Waskevich. So we talked about in the pregame, Waskevich was the starting goalkeeper a year ago against the Tigers in the Whippeal Championship game. The game North Allegheny won 2-0. Here's a turnover. Lucia Wells lost the ball after forcing the turnover. The ball in the offensive zone ended up being called a foul. Evelyn Moore picks that foul up, and North Allegheny will take the free kick. It'll be Sayamala. Sayamala finds Shapansky. Run by Lucia Wells here, but she's not going to be able to get to it as Waskevich picks the ball up once again and punts it away. Ball fought for at the 50-yard line, ends up going to the Tigers. Ooh, looking for Wells, and they're going to get the trip on Riley Kendro. So North Allegheny, once again, another free kick from about 32 yards out. As Lucia Wells was tripped. 35 yards out, it'll be Shapansky once again. Shapansky goes for net here, and Waskevich up to the task. Waskevich's 5th save of the first half here. Shapansky didn't really test her that time. She was positioned perfect right into her chest. So ball punted back to the Tiger defense. It'll be Sayamala. And a good pressure here by Norwin ends up forcing Sayamala to kick it out of bounds. Norwin going quick here. Aquilio. And more in the same area. Sayamala doing a good job on the defensive end here. And it'll be a throw in here. Evelyn Moore will throw it in for Norwin. Oh, we'll pass it off to Kennedy Soliday. Soliday looking to throw it in the box here as all the Norwin Knights crowded in the box. Basically a corner here for Norwin. Ball goes into the box, bounces, headed away. Ball loose, and Shapansky will be there. You back?
I'm back for now.
Okay.
We're still working it. Just for the folks who are watching this anyway, we had an issue with our web server on the North Allegheny Athletics website. We are still, if you are watching, we are still up with the live stream as Lucia Wells almost checked that, make that Abigail Stager with an opportunity there. But had an issue with the web server. The video stream is just fine. We tweeted out the link, so hopefully you're tuned in right now. This broadcast will be archived later on, so you can watch this on archive as well. But right now, Norwin leading 1-0, and Jonathan Spina doing yeoman's duty. So thank you, Jonathan, and you will be called upon for play-by-play before this game is over. So be prepared for that. But in the meantime, we're going to continue on. We have a player down here for Norwin, stopping the action with 4 minutes and 25 seconds to go. That is Paloma Swankler, junior forward for the Norwin Knights, and so she is going to get some help as the athletic training staff and Scott Frohen headed over from the North Allegheny bench area. But Paloma Swankler now up on her feet and going to walk off to the Norwin bench area. Well, a lot of game notes we have here that I wanted to pass along and get to you at some point here during the broadcast. But as you can see, the score right now, 1-0 Norwin. Lacey Bernick with the game's only marker, that with 23:51 on the clock at the time. But North Allegheny coming off a banner season last year, the best season in program history, with an undefeated section title, winning the first ever WPIAL championship for the girls soccer squad, an 18-3-1 record, beating Penn Trafford, Peters Township in the playoffs, and then Norwin in the championship, then also defeating Cumberland Valley in the first round of the state tournament before ultimately falling to Boyertown in overtime in the quarterfinals of the state playoffs. North Allegheny out to the midfield now with it as play is resumed. Chasing it down, Emma Ragone for Norwood, far side. With it is Kennedy Soliday. Soliday with a long ball on net, just wide left across the goal mouth. Diving effort there by Werner.
Yeah, and Soliday's been all over the place offensively for North Allegheny early on. She's been really battling with Shannon on the right wing up top there, and Shannon's done a great job so far, but they continue to try to feed her on that right wing.
How about the strength on that shot from wide right on the far, basically down the right wing? That was from about 35 yards out.
Yeah, and a bad angle.
Almost had the marker, but still 1-0 Norwin. .325 to go in the first half. Glad to have you with us here on the North Allegheny Sports Network. Game 1 of a triple header. If we don't have the website server issue rectified before the end of this game, we'll continue to tweet out our broadcast links, so keep your eye on that. As we'll have field hockey slated to start at 5 o'clock against Mount Lebanon, and then boys soccer at 7 against the Shaler Titans. Here comes Soliday again. We've already seen the strong right leg of Soliday from 25 yards out. Centering pass. Knocked down by the NA defense, but keeping on it is Holtzman. Now cleared out by North Allegheny. I believe that was Palermo of NA. Header forward by Reese Aquilio. And now it's Bundy in the midfield for North Allegheny. Tigers trying to build up a rush. Long ball down the left side, but charging in on it is Liz Waskevich, senior goalkeeper for Norwood. Scoops it up off a hop.
Yeah, and Waskevich has had an unreal first half. 5 saves for her already, and it's been numerous times where she's been able to come out and take that pass away from a North Allegheny streaking forward.
Waskevich getting some college looks. Has not announced her commitment yet. Second team on Big 56 last year, along with 10 shutouts. She and the Norwood Knights with a 1-0 lead currently. Norwood pressing into the right quarter. The ball will be escorted out of bounds by Olivia Mark. Mark, a junior midfielder. Her brother Aaron Mark, a member of the North Allegheny ice hockey team, won a PIAL championship a couple of years ago. We're still in the hunt to defend that PIHL title last year, but didn't have the opportunity because COVID shut the season down in the semifinal round. Now we're going to have a corner kick here for Norwood with 1:21 to go in the first half. This will be administered by Kennedy Soliday. Soliday with the run up in the right foot. Line drive kick. Kaufman trying to get a piece of it, but it trickles away from her outside the goal box. Norwood trying to keep it in. Kaufman harassing Wrigley. Wrigley clears. Near side out to the midfield. Stager takes a bump in the back but maintains possession. Pass to the far side with Palermo of North Allegheny. Now a lead ball for Brianna Rice. Rice trying to chase it down, but Ornowski will just escort the ball out of bounds. It will be a throw in here for Norwood in their own territory, about 30 yards away from their own net. 35 seconds to go now in the first half. Norwood 1, North Allegheny 0 from Newman Stadium. Off the throw into the midfield. Possession gained by NA and Mark. Charging in between the hashes. North Allegheny with the giveaway. And out of bounds on the near side. Last touch by Hallie Holtzman of Norwood. 5 seconds left in the half. Tigers for one last desperation shot. Slide tackle there by Norwood to end the half. And that'll do it for half number 1. 1-0 Norwood the score on the goal by Lacey Bernick of the Norwood Knights. Again, that coming with 23:51 on the clock in the first half. We'll take a break, and for the folks tuned in on the Trib, we'll feed you some commercials. For the folks on the video stream here live, just stay tuned. We'll be back with the second half in just a bit here on the North Allegheny Sports Network.
I tell my patients often, in orthopedics, you don't want to be an interesting case, but if you are, you want to get your care right here. With foot and ankle surgery, the goal is really to get people back moving. And most importantly, I want to get you back permanently, not just once and then all of a sudden you're injured again. UPMC has a comprehensive care delivery model across the entire treatment span, from rehabilitation all the way through rehab. We have everything the patient would need to get better. My name is Dr. McAllis Hogan, and I choose to practice orthopedic surgery at UPMC.
This is our battleground. This is why we train and train and train, why we suit up, take the field. This is game day every day. Our opponents are the toughest out there, but we take on tough. Rise beyond the challenge, because when it's all on the line, we're on call. This is our team and yours. UPMC, life-changing medicine.
Breaking bread and having fun is what Monticello's restaurant is all about. Sure, Monticello's pizza is legendary, but that's only the beginning. Monticello's does Italian better than anyone in the business. That's why we were voted the best family and Italian restaurant by Trib Total Media. Great food, good friends, and a superb night out. That's been Monticello's recipe for success for nearly 40 years. Monticello's Italian Restaurant.
When you're sneezing, aching, or hurting, it's always urgent. That's why UPMC Urgent Care Centers are open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 7 days a week. UPMC Urgent Care. The service is express. The care is UPMC.
Tri-State Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, keeping you in the game.
I tell my patients often, in orthopedics, you don't want to be an interesting case, but if you are, you want to get your care right here. With foot and ankle surgery, the goal is really to get people back moving. And most importantly, I want to get you back permanently, not just once and then all of a sudden you're injured again. UPMC has a comprehensive care delivery model across the entire treatment span, from rehabilitation all the way through rehab. We have everything the patient would need to get better. My name is Dr. McAllis Hogan, and I choose to practice orthopedic surgery at UPMC.
This is our battleground. This is why we train and train and train, why we suit up, take the field. This is game day every day. Our opponents are the toughest out there, but we take on tough. Rise beyond the challenge, because when it's all on the line, we're on call. This is our team and yours. UPMC, life-changing medicine.
Breaking bread and having fun is what Monticello's restaurant is all about. Sure, Monticello's pizza is legendary, but that's only the beginning. Monticello's does Italian better than anyone in the business. That's why we were voted the best family and Italian restaurant by Trip Total Media. Great food, good friends, and a superb night out. That's been Monticello's recipe for success for nearly 40 years. Monticello's Italian Restaurant.
When you're sneezing, aching, or hurting, it's always urgent. That's why UPMC Urgent Care Centers are open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 7 days a week. UPMC Urgent Care. The service is express. The care is UPMC.
Tri-State Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, keeping you in the game.
Welcome back to the North Allegheny Sports Network here at Newman Stadium. Girls soccer between North Allegheny and Norwin. Norwin leading 1-0 at halftime here as we're just about to start the second half. North Allegheny outshot Norwin 5-3 in the first half, but Liz Waskevich was up to the task, making 5 saves for the Lady Knights. Both teams had 2 corners in the first half. Lacey Bernick has the only goal of the game so far, about 18 minutes into the first half. So North Allegheny back on the field here as they're waiting as Norwin heads out. North Allegheny with more of the offensive chances there in the first half, but a great job by the Norwin defense to keep them at bay. Doing a great job on Sarah Shapansky specifically. And Norwin taking advantage of the 1 defensive lapse from the Lady Tigers so far, as North Allegheny has had a very good defensive game as well. And the difference in the game is literally 1 lapse so far. So North Allegheny's going to kick it off here. It's Bree Torcha in the middle of the field. And the second half is underway as Shapansky chips it in. Stolen away, Lucia Wells. Wells with the ball now, looking for Bundy. Can't get it to her, and now Bundy ends up with the ball. Anna Bundy. Pass up ahead, Sophia Palmera. Looking for Lucia Wells, but once again, a pass just a little bit too far, and Waskevich comes out. She'll punt it away here. It's the first of a triple header here. We'll have field hockey for you with Randy Gore and Chuck Torrey. That'll be at 5 o'clock. And then the nightcap will be boys soccer with Jared Barton and Lee Moan, the boys soccer team taking on Shaler. It's a busy day here at Newman Stadium as the ball goes out of bounds. That was Ragone. North Allegheny will throw in from the side. Shapansky with the ball. Had a pretty quiet first half. And it was more of what Norwin's defense was doing more than her lack of execution, I believe. Ball here looking in the middle for Palmero. Back out. Now we're looking inside for Bundy. Good defense, though, by Molly Hudson. So there's a collision in the corner here. Ball stays in play. Now a call made. And it'll be a foul on North Allegheny. So Norwin here will have a free kick. That foul will go on Anna Bundy. Kick for Norwin, headed away by the Tigers. And now North Allegheny with the throw-in in the offensive zone. It'll be Bundy. She throws it in and gets it back. Bundy working, looking for the pass inside, not able to find Bree Torcha, who was cutting. And it'll be a goal kick here for Norwin. Early substitution here for the Lady Knights. Still get Lacey Bernick back in the game, the lone goal scorer. She comes in about 2.5 minutes into the second half. Still 1-0 Norwin. As I said, Bernick, the lone goal scorer. Here comes Norwin now. That's Madison Rose, the Duquesne commit. Up ahead, gets it to Soliday. They've been trying to find Soliday all day. Now has some room. Looking for the cross. Good defense there by the North Allegheny defense, and it'll go out of play for a throw-in for Norwin. Just about 3 minutes in here, second half. Deep throw by Norwin into the box, headed, and it's going to be caught by Juliana Werner. Oh, sorry, check that. Megan Miller, the sophomore goalkeeper, into the game now for the Lady Tigers. Saw her first action right there. She is able to corral a cross in. So Megan Miller in net now. Juliana Werner, 2 saves on 3 shots for her today, following that shutout against Shaler. Norwin with the ball. Gets it over to Swankler. Swankler looked for the middle. Good job by the Tiger defense. And it'll be Shapansky with the ball now. She's looking for Wells. Wells had a step, and the call is offsides, and I have to agree with that one. Wells had just a step on Ashley Ornowski. Wasn't able to get back onside. And Norwin with the free kick from their own 30. It'll be Emma Ragone here. Ragone gets it in to Norwin's zone. Swankler now on the right corner. Looks in the middle. Great play by Sayamala. And it'll be a Norwin corner. So Norwin looking much better offensively in these first 5 minutes than they did all of the first half here. They've controlled time of possession here so far in the second half. And that's exactly what you want to do when you're up 1-0. So North Allegheny looking to turn their fortunes around. Had a great offensive first half. Just wasn't able to beat Waskevich. Soliday to take the corner. Into the box it goes, and it's going to go behind the net for a North Allegheny goal kick. So the first corner of the second half, very uneventful. North Allegheny will kick it. That'll be Megan Miller. Ball up ahead now. Shapansky. Wells trying to stay on side, and it was just a little hesitation with Shapansky trying to find Wells as she was trying to stay on side. And it'll go back to Waskevich. And they've just been a little bit off for the Lady Tigers here in this game so far. Tons of offensive chances, just not able to finish. Ball goes back now to Ornowski, who gets it to Waskevich, who will clear. Ball around the 50. Over to Shannon. Shannon gets it up Wells. Torcha to Wells. Wells looking for Shapansky. Back to Wells. Good defense there by Reese Aquilio. And it'll end up being a goal kick here. So the defense just continues to be smothering here in the back end for the Lady Knights. Shapansky and Wells just not able, and Bundy, nothing able to be got done so far. Lucia Wells had the breakaway in the first half that was saved by Waskevich, and besides that, the defense has been phenomenal for the Lady Knights. Ball up ahead now. That's Madison Rose. She's looking for Soliday. Soliday down the left wing, and they're going to get her for offsides. So the second offsides call we've seen in the last couple minutes. It's both teams getting a little aggressive here, trying to make the big play in this 1-0 game. We're about 7 minutes into the second half. And Madison Miller's going to come out and take the free kick from about their own 10. Ball headed around midfield. It'll end up with Norwin. Caitlin Kaufman. Olivia Mark now on the North Allegheny defensive end, up to Bundy. Anna Bundy now looks in the middle of the field for Wells, not there. Good steal from Ornowski. Ornowski goes for the long pass, headed away by the Tiger defense. Burnick gets it up to Soliday. Another great defensive play. Ball loose in the box here. Madison Rose giving chase, but Miller comes out to corral that loose ball before Rose could get to it. So Miller will punt it away here. Gets it up to Wells. Shapansky. Oh, and Torcha was looking for Wells cutting, but it was deflected. It was actually a handball by Norwin, so North Allegheny with the quick free kick. Looks like we're going to get a card here. It's going to be a yellow card. That one goes on number 13, Caitlin Kaufman. So Kaufman picks up the yellow card here, and she'll have to go sit for a little bit.
Yellow card administered, number 13, Caitlin Kaufman.
Huge blow here for Norwin as Kaufman, the pit recruit, one of their top offensive players and midfielders. That'll bring Evelyn Moore back into the game. And it'll give North Allegheny a free kick from just about midfield. 32-11 to go here in the second half. One 0 Norwin on the Lacey Burnick goal. 17 minutes into the first half. Ball around midfield here. Now Norwin with the attack. It's Madison Rose in the corner. It's going to end up going out of play here for a goal kick. Good job defensively were the Tigers. And Miller will take the goal kick. Keeps it short to Sayamala. Tigers going with the short passes here, maybe trying to play a little possession game here. So Rachel Johns gets it in the defensive end. Norwin takes it back over. Swankler gets it up ahead. Madison Rose now with the ball. A good job by the Tiger defense. It's Sayamala once again who will clear lines. No one gets it back. Tiger defense up to the challenge once again. Off of Shapansky's head, ball bouncing around at midfield. Still a battle for it, and Norwin will clear. Looking for Evelyn Moore. Another good defensive play by Sayamala. Tigers maybe with a chance to counter here, but a bad pass. Ornowski with the ball now. She's looking for Soliday, who has it. Oh, what a save by Miller. Soliday had the step on the North Allegheny defense, but Miller up to the task, keeps it 1-0. Makes her first save of the game, but now Norwin with the corner. They've been looking for Soliday all day. Finally got her with a step on the North Allegheny defense. And Megan Miller, the sophomore keeper, up to the task. So now Soliday will take the corner here. Fourth corner of the game here for the Lady Knights. high ball into the box, and it looks like we have a foul call on Norwin. So things got a little physical in the box there. Ref calls the foul. North Allegheny goes with the quick free kick. It's going to come up to Lucia Wells. North Allegheny looking to counter. Wells streaks down the sidelines, beat Ornowski. Now up ahead, Ragone. She's able to beat her too. Ragone able to recover and deflect the pass, trying to go into the box looking for Shapansky. But now North Allegheny in a very good attacking spot here. It'll be a throw-in for the Lady Tigers. Shannon will throw it in. Abigail Stager returns to the lineup here. Came off the bench in the first half as well. Bree Torch will take a seat. Ball into Shapansky. And it goes off her and out of bounds. So an unfortunate turnover with a great opportunity to tie it for the Tigers. Thrown by Ornowski. Aquilio. No one tries to clear it there. Not the best attempt. It's going to stay in. Stegler with the deflected pass. No one able to clear their lines once again. It was Emma Ragone. Another foul on Norwin. So Norwin's starting to have the fouls pile up a little bit here, maybe getting a little too physical. And Shapansky will take the free kick from about 55 yards out. 28-22 to go, first half, 1-0 Lady Knights. Into the box. Whoa, she has a step in front. Oh, just a little too high for Abigail Stager. Ball still in the attacking zone. A miss hit there from a defender. Ball still loose on the ground, still loose, and it ends up going in. Abigail Stager, the freshman forward, a huge mistake. A miss hit by the defender for Norwin. Gets past Waskevich, and North Allegheny on the board here. 28:02 to go in the second half. We are all square. Stager in front just continued to stay with the play. Ball was loose, mishit by a Norwin defender, then misplayed by Waskevich. And the whole time, Stager was there and finally was able to put it home. So we are all square here, 1-1, 27:48 to go. We talked about the fouls piling up on Norwin, and it finally came back to bite him right there as North Allegheny had the free kick, got it into the box. Ball just bounced around free, and Stager was finally able to finish it, and we're all square. Ball at midfield as Norwin has a free kick. It's going to be Ragone. Bouncing around here. And the Tigers are going to end up with it. It is Shapansky. Shapansky looking for Wells. A little too far there as Stager once again was in the play. Ornowski now for Norwin. Goes cross field. Looking for Molly Hudson. Gets it to her. Ball up ahead now. Defensive zone, Tigers with it. Gets it up ahead. On with the turnover. Forces the turnover. Lacey Bernick has the goal for Norwin. Good defensive play by Olivia Mark, and the Tigers will take over. Lucia Wells with some space here. No one really coming out to defend her. Gets it to Shapansky. Looking for the through pass to Bundy. Bundy and Shapansky not on the same page there. Waskevich able to come out and get it. And she will clear it. Punts the ball away. Stager. Here's an opening. Sophia Palmero all by herself. Shot on net. Oh, what a save. Waskevich again answers the bell, and we're still tied. Another great opportunity from the Tigers, though. Palmero now fighting for it. Ball kicked straight up into the air by Ornowski. Still loose here. It's going to be taken by Mark. Mark corrals it. And a good defensive play there by Soliday, but North Allegheny will have the throw. 25:38 to go. And Palmero all by herself in there, but Waskevich able to answer the bell again. Shapansky now. She has a cutting Shannon. Shannon with the ball now. Looking inside for Lucia Wells, can't get it to her. It's cleared away, Swankler. Thrown by Shannon. Gets it to Shapansky. Lucia Wells gets it into the box. Stager back to Shapansky. Now Wells. Still loose here. And Swankler has had enough of that. Just kicks it out of bounds here and lets the defense reset for the Lady Knights. North Allegheny with a ton of momentum right now as they continue to attack here in the offensive zone following the goal. Gets it in, Stager. Lucia Wells. Wells still with the ball. Looks for the cross. Good defense there by Swankler. Ball still in play, though. Ornowski's kick. Looked to clear the ball there. Got Swankler right in the head. And she is down 24-25 to go here in the second half as Swankler gets up. Just probably stunned her there. Looks like Swankler's going to have to come out for a second since the game had to stop. And she will. It'll be Faith Steen, the sophomore forward midfielder, who will come into the game for her. And head athletic trainer Scott Frown will come out to check out Swankler. So it looks like the ref's going to drop it here around the 20-yard line. No, we're going to back it up. Somewhere around the 10. There's the drop. And we're back underway. Ornowski clears it out, but a good play by Palmero. Defense still going. Palmero gets it up to Shapansky, who's going to get tripped from behind by Madison Rose. So a foul called, and once again, North Allegheny with a chance in the offensive zone. Shapansky will take this free kick from about 42 out. Last free kick North Allegheny was able to turn into a goal. Is Abby Stager, a freshman. Shapansky into the box here. Good job by the Norwin defense. Norwin looking to counterattack here. Lacey Bernick gets it up ahead. Soliday. Soliday running down the left side here. Double teamed, and she dribbles it out of bounds. Good job once again, Olivia Mark and Talasi Saamala with the double team. Ball in the middle of the field here. Norwin will take over. Gets it up to Soliday. Soliday looking for a cutting Molly Hudson, but not there. North Allegheny will take over on the throw-in. 23:08 to go here, second half. We're all square at 1.
Hey, Jonathan, I'm back.
Okay.
Hey, what do we have on the NA goal?
Abby Stager.
What time?
28:02 left in the second half.
Okay, first goal of the year for Stager.
First career, because she's a freshman.
Terrific. Even better. Thank you for the folks who have stayed patient with us with the North Allegheny Athletics website, but we are back in action.
So you fixed it, good.
Yes. So we are good to go. And again, that Twitter link was good if you found it there, found our web stream there. But we are back up and running in the proper place, embedded on the North Allegheny Athletics website, which will have 2 more games a little later on today. Field hockey at 5. And also boys soccer at 7. Here we go, tie game. 2 perennial playoff contenders, and Lucia Wells creeping in. There's a pass in front, shot. Oh, and a save made by Waskevich as a North Allegheny player still down. The one who applied that shot for NA, and that was Stager, who scored the first goal, almost had her second career goal right there. With the save made by Waskevich and then a bump put on by Emma Ragone defensively on that collision, trying her best to save a goal. Tigers on the hunt again, though. Anna Bundy knocked off her feet, and the ball cleared out by Norwin. Well, again, Jonathan Spina doing yeoman's work today. So thank you very much for all of what you have done in keeping this together. From the broadcast end, centering ball for NA toward Shapansky. Defender falls down. Shapansky comes in, shot, and a leaping save made by Waskevich. Another denial by the Norwin keeper.
Yeah, Waskevich has had an unbelievable game so far. 7 saves for her on 8 shots. Only the Stager goal getting past her so far, and she has really kept this game for Norwin 1-1.
Shapansky headed to the University of Pittsburgh, and if you're Norwin, that's the last player you want to leave with an open shot like that, and that came about because a defender fell down. And Shapansky's smart, too. She didn't take the shot immediately. She knew she had some more space to work with and crept in another 5 yards before letting loose that right-footed laser.
Yeah, great patience by Shapansky, who's kind of been quiet in the game so far. She could have rushed that just to get a shot off there, but as you said, good patience to get a good shot off, but a great save by Waskevich.
So still 1-1 thanks to the save by Waskevich, and as Jonathan noted, that's now 7 for Waskevich today.
7 saves.
Terrific afternoon for her. That's a big reason why this is a 1-1 contest. Tigers in possession. Palermo out to the middle of the field where she has Hallie Marsalis, junior midfielder, then out of bounds off of Norwood. Tigers will have a throw-in coming up.
You can tell North Allegheny just since the goal wasn't the prettiest goal, but it goes in the back of the net for Stager, and the momentum of this game has completely shifted since that moment, with North Allegheny having all the offensive chances since then.
Spano trying to get the ball to the far side with Sayamala. Good pressure, though, put on by Caitlin Kaufman, the Pitt commit, senior midfielder for Norwin. And this Norwin program really just seems to churn out as the ball bounces in on a couple of hops on Werner on the far right side of the goal box, but just churns out Division I talent. Norwin.
Miller's in now.
Oh,
that's what
Megan Miller. Thank you.
Yeah, substitution made at halftime. You've been out.
I've missed most of this game, so yes, thank you. Shapansky now with a lead ball. Has a Tiger coming in. It's Braden. And Braden cannot get a shot off. Is warding her off is Ashley Ornowski, defender for Norwin. There will be, though, a corner kick coming up for NA.
All right, NA's 3rd corner kick of the game, and the momentum continues to shift in their favor here.
On the corner, administering will be Sarah Shapansky. Does so with the right foot. Header attempt, but ball will deflect out to the far side. And out of bounds, North Allegheny with the throw-in. And you have 2 programs of this level. We're talking about Norwin and their ability to churn out Division I athletes, but North Allegheny obviously has as well in recent years. Anna Bundy's older sister Emma at Duquesne, and several others, as we have a whole host of Tigers now going to check back into the game. But it's 2 programs that have done very well in recent history. And, it's only September 19th, but this kind of has a playoff atmosphere.
Yeah, it's been very competitive so far. It was very physical in the first half. The refs kind of tightened it up here in the second half so far. We've seen a lot of physical play, a lot of very hard play, a lot of offensive chances for both teams, and great goalkeeping as well.
Ball lofted high, eventually knocked down by Palermo. Tigers booted in deep. That was Spano. Alexa Spano, her older sister Sophia, now at Ohio State, was an important member of the WPIAL championship team last year. What a group of seniors of last year's team. You had that crop of 7, and they basically grew up playing soccer together. And they'd always dreamed of winning a championship one day, and not only did that come to fruition, it did their senior year. It was the program's first, so a whole lot to like out of that storyline.
Yeah, and that team chemistry is so important. And then when you're finally the leaders, you're finally pushing the narrative forward.
Lead ball for Jenna McGinnis from the right side. Shot will go wide to the right. And North Allegheny with a goal kick. 16:45 to go. Another look on the video stream. McGinnis And a couple of steps on the defense, but nowhere near the net on that shot attempt.
Yeah, and only the second time in this half where North Allegheny's defense has really lapped and somebody has got behind them. Miller was able to bail them out the first time with a save, and that time shot misses the net.
16:25 and counting in the second half. 1-1 tie game. North Allegheny and Norwin. Far side, Soliday taking off the ball. Good defensive work there by the Tigers, and that throw in
Went backwards.
Yeah, just lost the handle.
Yep.
There's an old NFL quarterback, Dave Craig. I don't know if from Seattle Seahawks. I think he has the record for most fumbles in the NFL. A lot of those. Played for Seattle and Kansas City. Ball bounces in off the throw-in on Miller, the Tigers keeper. Quickly throws it out, 30 yards out. High arcing ball played in by Ornowski. Tigers gathered in on the near side. Spano moves it forward to Samantha Braden. Down to the clear, the Tigers with some room to roam. Torsha trying to lead in the opposite end, Brianna Rice, but Norwin cuts that play off. Now it's Burnick. Knocked down to the turf. Play continues on. Tigers awaiting the ball, trying to reset here. Sayamala, she'll play it back to Miller. And a bump on Sayamala. Ball out of bounds off of Norwin on the far side.
And Sayamala has had a great defensive game so far for the Lady Tigers. A big reason why neither keeper has really been tested so far.
Right-footed shot and a laser, but a save made there by Megan Miller. That was Caitlin Kaufman on the shot.
Great positioning by Miller right into the chest and back out for North Allegheny's ball.
14:29 and counting, second half, still 1-1, North Allegheny and Norwin. Abigail Stager far side, ball rolls slowly out of bounds into the Norwin bench area. Tigers in possession. Ball toward Torsha, but a little bit off target, and then a Norwin player knocked down by Torsha. Incidentally so, but Jenna McGinnis knocked down to the turf.
Yeah, and after a real physical first half, we've seen the refs tighten up a lot here in the second half. Any kind of fall or touch has been called here in half number 2.
Free kick here for Norwin, 51 yards away from the North Allegheny goal. Norwin puts it in play. Big boot header toward the net off a deflection from the far side, handled by the NA keeper Megan Miller, but Norwin gets it back. Kaufman 30 yards out, taken off the ball, but she'll pass it away. Ricochets about to the near side, and the officials will say it is North Allegheny ball. Ball out of bounds once again on the near side toward the North Allegheny bench area. Change with COVID. Benches on the opposite sides. Norwin far side, North Allegheny near side. Tigers toward the left corner. It's Stager. Tries to center one up. Denied initially. Now a high arcing ball played over by Braden. Headed out. Tigers keep the pressure on. Marsalis to the right corner with Rice. Rice trying to get by a defender. Cut off, though. And then out of bounds. Possession Norwood. Molly Hudson to throw in. North Allegheny 1, Norwin 1, 12:05 to go in the second half. Possessions being exchanged, but the ball in the Norwin end, 35 yards out. Torsha trying to get to it, but Lacey Burnick will clear it out down the right wing, giving chase McGinnis, but it's Played out by Megan Miller of North Allegheny. Norwood now. Again, trying to apply pressure. McGinnis, but cut off and angled off by Spano.
Norwood had a great offensive start to the second half, but ever since the Steger goal, it's been all North Allegheny, and the defense has tightened up significantly since then.
Foul on North Allegheny this time, so a free kick for Norwood. This will be from the near sideline, 42 yards out. The last time Emma Ragone applied a free kick, drove it in deep. She'll try to do so again. Oh, and a head-on crash there between one Tiger and one Knight. Maybe we might get another look at that, and we will. Norwood going for the header.
I think that was Abigail Boyer from Norwin who's going to pick up the foul, and it was Sayamala for North Allegheny.
Yeah, Sayamala took the brunt of that. The Tigers with possession afterwards, but that short-lived as it's out of bounds on the near side. Now Norwin to throw in. Wardowski will do the honors. 1-1 tie, 10:24 to go. North Allegheny and Norwin in a September non-section game, but playoff atmosphere certainly among the players out there. Obviously, the crowd situation is maybe not as great as what you would have for a typical playoff game, but just the energy out on the field certainly is that of a game that between two excellent programs and one they want to win. Exchange of players, a whole host of Tigers will enter and exit. Among those returning is Sarah Shapansky, NA's leading goal scorer from a season ago. Caitlin Kaufman was Norwin's leading scorer. She had 23 last year, same amount that Shapansky had. Lacey Bernick was the second leading scorer with 16.
And Kaufman and Shapansky pretty quiet in this game. Both defenses have done a great job on the top scorers from a year ago.
Oh, we've got a foul in the midfield. One of the Tigers grabbing the arm of Madison Rose. Dave Craig was close. You can read that. Read that text out loud.
Yeah, Lee Moon said Brett Favre leads all-time in career fumbles. Warren Moon in second with 161, and then Dave Craig in third. So you were close.
At least, I mean, in terms of all-time fumbles, that was in the neighborhood. So, but nonetheless, in terms of execution of those fumbles, you got to look up the highlights. Lee Moon evidently knows what I'm talking about. Here's another look at that long free kick. It went off a Tiger head defensively. It almost ricocheted in, but fortunately hit the crossbar as far as the Tigers and Megan Miller are concerned.
Yeah, miscommunication there as Miller was coming out. The net was completely open, but hits off the top of the net and over.
And now off the corner kick for Norwin. It's off the football crossbar on that header attempt by McGinnis. Goal kick North Allegheny. Tigers will quickly get to it as here's another look. Off the football crossbar there. That actually was not McGinnis, but instead Molly Hudson on that header for the Norwin Knights.
A rare time where a Norwin Knight was running wide open to the net. The header just a little too high as now North Allegheny picks up a foul.
And here's a free kick from 20 yards out. Tigers playing with fire a bit here. Numerous free kicks for Norwin, and this one in deep. See if they can get the angle here. Trying for another header. Knocked down by the NA defense. Cleared out by Mark. Bernick's shot goes way high. Goal kick North Allegheny upcoming. 7:30 to play in the second half. Still tied 1-1. Now this game one of a triple header. Lee Moan and Jared Barton will be calling the third leg of our triple header, boys soccer against Shaler. The middle leg is North Allegheny field hockey against Mount Lebanon to start at approximately 5. Although, dare I say, with 7 minutes to go in a tie game, you know it could be ahead in this one. And that would set the schedule all off target if that occurs.
Yes, it would.
Well, we've got some contact in the North Allegheny goal box area. But it will be a goal kick for North Allegheny and Megan Miller.
Yeah, and that's Caitlin Kaufman being physical again. She has to be careful. Picked up a yellow card 8 minutes into the second half.
Tigers utilizing a 2-goalie approach with Werner starting and Miller now in net here in the second half. It's a North Allegheny team ranked number 2 by the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette in the top 5, ranked number 5 by the Trib Live High School Sports Network. And now Lucia Wells springs loose, getting behind the defense, couldn't control it though, and it ricochets off of Ornowski and then out of bounds. North Allegheny will have a throw-in because of the heads-up play made there by Waskevich. Waskevich came from her goalie spot and cleared it out of bounds on the near side. Had that gone through the end line, it would have been a Tigers corner. Now Norwin to the midfield. Sayamala and Spano cut it off. Off of Sayamala, now Kaufman with a lob, trying to stay on sides, but she could not. McGinnis way off sides.
Yeah, that was by about 4 or 5 yards right there. North Allegheny didn't even react because of how offside she was.
Yeah, she slowed up, but yeah, she was offsides by quite a wide margin. Easy call for the officials as they'll give NA the free kick in their own end. Spano to the midfield. Miscommunication there between she and Palermo, and now McGinnis going to chase after another toward the right corner, cut off by Spano, but through the end line, corner kick.
Corner kick number 5 here for the Lady Knights.
And we've got 5 minutes to go in the second half. 1-1 score. From the right corner, it'll be Kennedy Soliday. And we know she has a booming shot with the right leg. That's why she's there in this corner position. This one, a line drive off the ground. Tigers with an easy time, and at least with the initial clear, coming courtesy of Hallie Marsalis. Far side. Kaufman into the corner. And that's going to go through the end line. Another corner kick for the Knights. 4:24 to play.
And Norwin's starting to take the momentum back a little bit here as they're starting to get something going here, starting to dominate time of possession and keeping the ball in the offensive end.
North Allegheny 1, Norwin 1. Lacey Bernick with Norwin's only goal in the first half. Abby Stager with NA's only goal here in the second. Off the corner, kick. In front, Tigers clear it out outside the goal box. And now with some speed, it's Lucia Wells, and she can fly. Wells with Stager to her left, trying to get by Ragone, and then is knocked down, or loses her footing, and Ragone will clear it out of bounds.
Tough one there. Wells had Stager. No one was on this side of the field besides Stager. Just wasn't able to get it over to her. She lost her footing, and no one took it back over.
Trying to get one last pass there, or maybe one last stride before the pass. Couldn't quite get the pass over. Just didn't have the opportunity of it. Norwin now with a throw in front of their own bench. Sending it down into Tigers territory. Sayamala will cut it off and play it out of bounds. And a throw in for the Knights in deep. 3:08 to play, 1-1 score. And for the run-up, some momentum in the throw-in by Soliday. Nice play defensively there. I believe that was Mark to get in front and then clear. Shapansky, nice play on a touch pass to get it in stride to Palermo, but now Norwin off the defensive effort in the midfield, trying to set up and stay on sides. McGinnis, but in her efforts in staying on sides, her return pass to Kaufman a little too far. And then Megan Miller accepts that, gobbles it up in the goal box. Tigers 1, Norwin 1. Shapansky, far side midfield. Left-footed lead kick, and there is Anna Bundy trying to get there before Waskevich, but Waskevich had a step advantage there and gets to it at the top of the goal box.
And we've seen Waskevich do that numerous times throughout the game where North Allegheny's through passes just are a little too far, and Waskevich is able to take the angle away and come intercept the pass.
And now Norwin with a rush. Centering ball by Soliday. Tigers play that and then clear it out of bounds far side. You know, we've heard about and have seen glimpses of the Norwin speed offensively, but perhaps here's a line drive shot and a save. Kaufman with the boot, but Megan Miller there for the denial, and she'll roll it out quickly. But going back to Norwin, Waskevich is perhaps the most impressive player, at least as far as today's game is concerned. She's been the most impressive with her play.
Yeah, and she's the sole reason that this game is still tied. She's made a couple great saves, a couple breakaways for North Allegheny she's been able to stop.
And that was, that play about 30 seconds to 60 seconds ago was huge by Waskevich. And now Norwin, they're going to clear it through their own end line, and this will be a corner kick. Wells was pressuring, and a misplay by Ashley Ornowski. Wanted to get it back to Waskevich, but missed her mark. And she had to be careful, of course, because she didn't want to go with an own goal there. So I guess if you had to pick a scenario, you'd rather the quarter. Shapansky now off the corner, line drive in front, and on the doorstep, a left-footed shot by Marsalis, and a smothering save Waskevich with 33 seconds to play.
And right there is how North Allegheny got their first goal, as the ball was just loose out in front, and Steger was able to put it in. Looked eerily similar right there, but that time Waskevich is able to corral it.
Oh my, and another look at it on the replay. Marsalis got that left foot on there too, with a pretty good connection, and a save made with 10 seconds left now by Miller for North Allegheny.
You're back and forth we go, 100 yards at a time.
Now this is going to wind down the final seconds, and that'll do it for regulation. We're going to have overtime here between North Allegheny and Norwin in girls soccer, a tremendous Class Quad A battle, and we're going to have some extra time. So we'll take a break here on both the video stream and our friends getting the audio feed on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. So we'll be back in just a moment.
I tell my patients often, in orthopedics, you don't want to be an interesting case, but if you are, you want to get your care right here. With foot and ankle surgery, the goal is really to get people back moving. And most importantly, I want to get you back permanently, not just once and then all of a sudden you're injured again. UPMC has a comprehensive care delivery model across the entire treatment span, from rehabilitation all the way through rehab. We have everything the patient would need to get better. My name is Dr. McAllis Hogan, and I choose to practice orthopedic surgery at UPMC.
This is our battleground. This is why we train and train and train, why we suit up, take the field. This is game day every day. Our opponents are the toughest out there, but we take on tough. Rise beyond the challenge, because when it's all on the line, we're on call. This is our team and yours. UPMC, life-changing medicine.
Breaking bread and having fun is what Monticello's restaurant is all about. Sure, Monticello's pizza is legendary, but that's only the beginning. Monticello's does Italian better than anyone in the business. That's why we were voted the best family and Italian restaurant by Trib Total Media. Great food, good friends, and a superb night out. That's been Monticello's recipe for success for nearly 40 years. Monticello's Italian Restaurant.
When you're sneezing, aching, or hurting, it's always urgent. That's why UPMC Urgent Care Centers are open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 7 days a week. UPMC Urgent Care. The service is express. The care is UPMC.
Tri-State Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, keeping you in the game.
North Allegheny 1 and Norwin 1, and we are headed to overtime. Who will get the golden goal? Or will there be one tonight? We'll see. Or this afternoon, rather. Well, it's been an excellently played game, as you would expect with the quality of these two programs. A rematch of last year's championship game. And we are underway in overtime. And ball played down the right quarter here by Norwin. Bernick trying to center one up as McGinnis. McGinnis plays it back toward the corner. Trying to center it up, cleared out by the NA defense, lobbed in to the goal box, collision, but a leaping play by Miller to get to it. The Tigers goalkeeper.
Yeah, and that was Soliday with the collision. She's been all around the box, all around the keeper all day. She's been a great offensive weapon for Norwin.
Tigers midfield, but Emma Ragone with another alert play for Norwin, keeping the heat on for the Knights. Midfield Wells. Wells and Shapansky, but offsides is Shapansky. Even though it was, well, 45 yards away from the Norwin net, but it was still offsides. It's where that back line of the defense is.
Yep, and it's the right call. Shapansky definitely a step ahead of everyone.
So off the free kick, booming effort by Ragone once again. Headed out by Marsalis. Near side, Wells will settle it. The sophomore Lucia Wells, who had a great freshman campaign, lead ball for Shapansky. Shapansky and Waskevich both chasing. Waskevich gets to it first. Far side, though, North Allegheny's Bundy. Bundy into the box to Shapansky, right-footed shot, diving save, rebound, Wells. Oh, and another save by Waskevich, standing on her head in overtime for Norwin.
What a play there by Waskevich. I mean, Shapansky with a great shot initially. She dives to her left. Juicy rebound out in front for Lucia Wells, and she's able to recover and get the second one as well.
Absolutely unreal, Waskevich. Now the corner kick, North Allegheny deflects to the box, shot over the crossbar as a point-blank opportunity for Spano goes high.
And 3 straight opportunities for North Allegheny to finish the game, but great defense by Norwin. Right there, just a little too high was Spano off of the football upright.
And what forces that is Waskevich has blocked and batted away everything in her general vicinity, so now you're trying to be too fine, if you will, and aim that ball, and that's what happens there, and you aim it just too high. That's what a good goalkeeper will do to you.
And that is how you have to beat Waskevich. Not the tallest player on the field. You're going to have to go top shelf on her. Tried to right there, just a little too high.
So in overtime, 7:18 to play, still tied 1-1. Far side and offsides is Lucia Wells. Check that, not Wells, Stager rather, offsides. Either way, it's Norwin ball. Free kick, 20 yards away from their own net. And once again, Emma Ragone handling the free kick. If you're just joining us, Lacey Bernick scored with 23:51 to play in the first half for Norwin. Stayed that way until Abby Stager tied the game for NA with 28:02 to go in the second half. 6:34 in counting now in overtime. North Allegheny will have a goal kick. And the second half keeper, Megan Miller, will play it defensively toward the corner with Spano. Tic-tac-toe work here for North Allegheny. Trying to move it out to the midfield. Off of Wells and out of bounds. And Ornowski and the Knights have a throw-in. Norwin Knights led by 7th-year head coach Lauren Karcher, who was the PSA Girls Soccer Coach of the Year in Class Quad A in 2017. The Knights just 3 years removed from winning a state championship, but also being nationally ranked #1. This is a team that is regularly in the championship game in the WPIAL. Bernick, right-footed shot from about 30 yards out. Easy save made by Miller. Miller quickly Gets it to a teammate, midfield area now, Bundy. And that's sophomore Anna Bundy, the younger sister of Emma, wearing the same number as Emma, which I appreciate as a broadcaster. Makes things easy. You always remember number 3 is Bundy. It'll be that way for, let's see, it was that way for the last 4 years and will be for the next 3. Shapansky midfield, nice touch pass, player in stride, and now a lead ball. Wells ruled offsides.
And Wells did everything she could right there to try to stay onside, stay in the line with the defense, but just a step too early once again, and there's another offsides.
Yeah, Wells with a perplexed look on her face, but from here anyway, it looked like the right call.
Yes.
Off the free kick from Ragone. Ricochets about, cleared out by North Allegheny to midfield. Shapansky on top of the Golden Paw at Newman Stadium will lead Wells. 2 defenders in there. Wells on it. Wells all alone now on Waskevich. Right-footed shot and a goal. Overtime winner for Lucia Wells and the Tigers with a 2-1 victory.
Lucia Wells onside that time, took her good old time there. No one in front of her, and was able to put in the game winner, and the Tigers take the win here today.
Lucia Wells off the lead pass from Shapansky had to beat 2 defenders. Got by Ragone, and then it was one-on-one with Waskevich, and the right-footed shot looked like that even glanced off the right post and in, and the Tigers with a 2-1 victory.
Yeah, and it was a great offensive day all day for the Tigers. Both teams played phenomenal. I mean, this is what we expected in this game today, great offense and defense, and Lucia Wells finally able to end it. Waskevich had a phenomenal game, just wasn't able to get to that one.
Well, with our video set up, we don't really have the opportunity to pause for a break and regroup, so we'll go to our Right Automotive Player of the Game. I'll set you up. You saw the whole game. I was working on some website issues, so you'll have the whole thing here as far as the Player of the Game. You get to see, for the folks on video stream, some highlights of this game throughout the afternoon. The first goal of the day belonged to Lacey Bernick. That came with 23:51 on the clock to give Norwin a 1-0 lead. North Allegheny trailed throughout the entire remainder of the first half, and then early on in the second half found the equalizer with 28:02 to play in regulation. Abby Stager with her first career goal ties things up at 1 apiece, and then both teams had their chances in the second half, but it stayed tied going into overtime. And then in OT, and something that we saw really throughout the game, Liz Waskevich, who had a phenomenal effort in terms of what she did in net today for Norwin. It not only could have been a North Allegheny win in regulation, but maybe even a multiple goal win had it not been for Waskevich. Also would have been an early win in overtime if not for some great saves by Waskevich. But eventually the Tigers would beat her, and that happened just moments ago on the Lucia Wells marker in OT with 4:10 on the overtime clock. And so Lucia Wells with her 3rd goal of the season, and the game winner today. So North Allegheny 2-0 overall. This a non-section game. Norwin falls to 1-2 overall. But Jonathan Spina, your thoughts, and then your Right Automotive Player of the Game.
Yeah, I mean, what a game by the Tigers. Not a lot of mistakes in this game. I mean, all the mistakes we saw were turned into goals besides that Lucia Wells goal, which was a great play. And I think the Right Automotive Player of the Game has to go to Lucia Wells, OT winner. She was all over the offensive zone all day long. We saw multiple times where she was just a step offsides or a pass was just a little too far for her. Finally was able to stay onside, get a pass to her, and she was able to finish this game.
So what a great job today is the folks on the video stream. That was the Stager goal that tied it, her first career goal. And North Allegheny with the win today. As the folks on video stream get to continue to see this highlight reel to end, we'll give you some information ahead. For North Allegheny, the next game will be back in section play on Monday night, 7:30 start time against the neighborhood rival Pine Richland Rams. We will, of course, have that one on video stream as well. Then on Wednesday, the Lady Tigers take on the Butler Golden Tornado, another one that we'll have for you here on video stream. The Norwin Knights, meanwhile, And I'll preface this with if the Post-Gazette schedule is accurate, because there's been so many changes due to COVID. There's not a guarantee in this, but slated on Monday night, according to the Post-Gazette schedule, Norwin at home against the Hempfield Spartans. That for a 7:30 p.m. start time against the Spartans. So again, North Allegheny now 2-0 overall, Norwin 1-2. But with the way this game was played today, Jonathan, this is, again, knowing the strength of these two programs, this is a scenario where you may see these teams meet again.
Oh, absolutely. And you could definitely tell it was two top teams playing each other. We saw a ton of great defense, a ton of great offense. As I said, not a lot of mistakes in the game, and the mistakes that did happen were taken advantage of by the other team. That's what great teams do. We saw great goalkeeping from 3 different goalkeepers in this game today, and the defenses were phenomenal.
And as far as moving forward, and obviously no championship was won today, but what kind of momentum do you gain if you're North Allegheny by beating a team like Norwin?
Oh, it's huge. And I mean, if you're Coach Chuck Kelly, you gotta feel good, because you knew Norwin coming off that loss to Fox Chapel was going to come out with a ton of energy, which they did. They were able to get on the board first. Now you know your team can come back not only just against any team, but one of the best teams in the WPIAL. So anytime you fall down early now all year long, you know you're going to be it. You know you have a chance to come back in any game.
Well, in last year's WPIAL championship win for North Allegheny against Norwin kind of got the monkey off the back, so to speak, because Norwin had long been a thorn in the side of North Allegheny in the postseason. As here's a look at the Lucia Wells game winner in overtime. But because of this goal here that propels North Allegheny to the win, that kind of, again, you're forgetting about those old losses. You're building up some new momentum. Hey, we beat them once. That wasn't a fluke. We beat them again. And now you have that positive energy moving forward as well.
Yeah, and it just completely changes your mindset as a team, as instead of the goal being to beat Norwin, your goal is now to win the section, win a WPIAL title, and go deeper into states. And now you can have a bigger goal than just to defeat a team that has been a thorn in your side, and now you're looking to bigger and better goals.
Well, that's going to do it for Game 1 of our broadcast triple header today here from North Allegheny's Newman Stadium. In overtime in girls soccer, North Allegheny defeats Norwin 2-1. Lucia Wells, your Right Automotive Player of the Game, with the game-winning marker in the extra session. For Jonathan Spina, I'm Randy Gore. Stay tuned on the NA website. Also, Trib Live High School Sports Network will have field hockey for you coming up. Obviously, that game will not start on time because of the OT session that we had here just a short time ago. But that's it for Game 1. We'll talk to you soon on the North Allegheny Sports Network.